Greetings once again, everyone. This is Keith Young bringing you another personal growth and development message for your continued growth and development to create the life that you want to live. Today is about change and when does change really take place? Where can you create the change and transformation in your life that you want? Well, let me go through some things first to kind of give a background about our mind, our conscious and subconscious mind. So for the first 2 years of a child's life, their brain waves are in delta. That's a brainwave pattern. In other words, they're asleep with their eyes open. Now, as their brain waves develop, they actually change to theta, and theta is sort of like that twilight state of where you have mystical experiences. Now, for the first 6 years of a child's life, they are basically in their subconscious mind because that's what those brain waves do. And as a result of that, their attention is on their interior world, their feelings. So they have experience that happened to them during their first 6 years of life. And when an experience happens to them, they pay attention to their feelings, which is their primary modus for them. And when they feel altered, they begin to look through their senses outside of them to see who or what caused it. That in itself is called an associate memory. They're associating a feeling with what happened to them in that particular time. So for the first 6, 7, 8, 9 years of our life, our brain waves move from alpha and eventually into beta. When our brain waves reach beta, we are pretty much in our analytical mind from that point on. Our analytical mind serves then as a filter or barrier that basically separates our conscious from subconscious mind. That experience, though, is encoded in a memory system called an implicit memory system that is stored in our subconscious mind. So we don't know why we behave the way we do for the rest of our lives because of the events that happen to us, but we are operating in a very fundamental level equal to that emotion that we experienced. So another way of saying that is that the moment we get into situations that bring up similar emotions and feelings that have branded you from the past, you return back to that 7-year-old child. Now you then behave in very limited ways because that is all you know. So that gives a little bit of a background about why we behave the way we do. Now, I don't know of too many people that actually like change because change is uncomfortable. Just take this year, for example, of 2020. With the COVID thing going on, all of our lives have changed. And we don't like it. Why? Because we're used to the past. We're used to doing things a certain way, going places whenever we want. When that happens, we get out of our comfort zone, which makes things uncomfortable for us. And that's why most people don't like change, is because they feel differently. So where does change really take place? If you are trying to create a better life for yourself, getting out of the norm of what you know is the norm and into a new norm, with moving from the past into the future, sometimes is a rough thing to do because people think change is hard. No, change isn't hard. It just is different because we're creating the new, where our body is used to the old. So where does change take place? Where can you create change in your life? And how do you do that? Well, I'm going to share my screen so I can draw on it for you, and I hope the visual gives you a better picture. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. I want to really show you now something that I hope can open your eyes a little bit to how you can create the kind of change and create the new habits in your life that will get you to that next level, so to speak, and start to make your life a little bit better. So let's say over here we have the past. Okay, so this is the past. It's not easy drawing with a mouse, so bear with me here. So here's your past. So your past is filled with all of these experiences that now is who you are. This is your personality. This is who you are right here. All of these experiences you've had create certain emotions and feelings in your life. And when something similar comes up, our mind goes back into the memory bank here and searches for, in the subconscious mind, searches for something similar that's happened to us and then brings up that emotion. That was developed 6, 7, 8, when we were 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, somewhere in that range. That then creates a certain behavior that we do. And that behavior then is our norm, our comfort zone. So now over here, you have our future. Your future is going to depend on your current actions. We haven't had any experiences over here yet, have we? Because that's our future. So to create the change in your life, this is a known right here, because everything now, according to our body, is known from our past. This is the known. Now, you cannot go back into the past and change the things that have happened to you. Your future is yet to be created, so we're going to try to create it the way we want, not by default. A lot of people create their future by default by just letting things happen to them because they are not deliberately creating the kind of future they want by creating different habits, behaviors, and the things that they want to have in their life. So you can't create into the future. You can create the future deliberately, but you cannot create in the future. So what do you have left is this space right in here. And this is the now. This is the present moment. This is where change starts to take place. This is where transformation starts to take place. You create in the present and you create from the unknown. That's why you feel differently. That's why you feel resistance, is because your subconscious mind, the known, is trying to pull you back down into the known. But you cannot create from the known. It's already created. You need to create from the unknown, which means then, right here, this is the unknown. Does that make sense to you? This right here is the unknown. When you create from the unknown, you're creating new. That's how you deliberately create your future. Now, how do you create from the now? First, you have to be aware of those old feelings when they come up in those situations. So you start by setting an intention each and every day that you will become aware and you will become 100% conscious of your thoughts, your actions, your behaviors, everything you do, you will be aware of. So what I like to do is just close my eyes for 15 to 30 seconds in the morning, visualize myself becoming aware of things that come up that I want to create new in my life, that I want to change from the old to the new. That's what I want to come by. That's what I want to create by. So once you become aware of it, now you can only create in the conscious mind. So that is all you can do, is to create in the conscious mind. You cannot create in the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is already there, and it just takes directions and accepts everything that the conscious mind tells it, good, bad, real, unreal, a lie, a truth. It just accepts it. You can only create from the conscious mind, you can only create from the unknown, and you can only create in the present, the now. I hope you get that. So now when you become aware of this behavior, this habit that you no longer want, you become aware of it. Now you have to know how you want to behave, how you want to change that known to create the kind of future you want. Let's use an example of overeating. You may overeat because of stress or things that happen in your life that's a comfort to you. When stress comes up or certain situations come up, you automatically go to the refrigerator or you grab a bag of chips or whatever that is for you. Why is that happening? Something in your childhood, in the past, has created that comfort for you, that you eat to lower your stress level, takes your mind off of it. So now you don't want to overeat anymore. You want to lose weight, you want to get healthy, you don't want to overeat anymore. So now you become aware, because you set your intention in the morning, you become aware of when that comes up. You find yourself automatically, unconsciously walking to the refrigerator because something happened. You catch yourself because you set that intention. Says, wait a minute, stop. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to deal with this stress in a different way. What happened? What can I do now to create the kind of future that I want? Or what can I do now to create less stress in this situation? That's how you start to create the change and transformation in your life. Now, just one time isn't going to do it, because it's about repetition. When you do something over and over and over and over again, it becomes a habit, a behavior. So you have to do this time and time again, but now you're instructing from the conscious mind to the unconscious mind. This old way is no longer acceptable. This new way is the way we're going to feel and act. This is the way we want to feel, not how we feel from the past, but how we feel into the future. We want to feel this way now, so in the future we will feel that way. Does that make sense? So that is how you create change and transformation in your life. You create in the conscious mind, you create in the unknown, and you create in the now, in the present moment. So I hope this has helped you understand about how you can create a better future, a better life for yourself, and how to do it. It does not happen overnight again. So be patient with yourself. And if you backslide, if you slip a little bit, so what? Doesn't matter. You then pick up from this point on. You cannot go back and reverse what you've already done. You can only create in how to go forward. So if you do need some help with this, set up a free coaching session with me, a free discovery session with me, and how we can work through this with you. And if you need some coaching sessions with you, I'll give you a special deal on a package that we can work through and help you figure out how to make that change and transformation in your life, help you even decide on what that looks like for you. So either one, setting up the free session or asking about some coaching sessions as well, you can email me at keith@innergamemagic.com, and we can get you started that way. So until the next video, I hope this has helped you. This is really huge, so don't replay this a few different times. But until the next time, in the next video, wishing you much abundance, prosperity, and success, as well as health, wealth, and a lot of happiness. See you on the next video.